My name is Granisha again, and I'm going to be presenting about cats. So before I start, I wanted to start with a quote by Ernest Boyer. Wellness must be a prerequisite to all else. Students can't be intellectually proficient if they are physically and mentally unwell. Meaning, I need my mind in order for me to be able to comprehend and deal with what life is about to throw at me. And so I need to be whole mind, body, and soul. The purpose of CAPS is our purpose is to help students learn their skills to improve their overall mental health, improve their academic performance, as well as quality of life. And in that, we hope to enhance their likelihood to succeed at CSU CI. Our mission is directly tied into the division's mission as well as the universities. And so we are in alignment with the importance that mental health is key to a successful matriculation through any university, but especially ours. Some of the common worries that we have encountered during this pandemic and previously when students come to CSUCI is, how will I transition from high school to community college? What will online classes be like? Will I be able to succeed through online classes? I know a lot of students have been in the virtual platform for about a year now, but just because someone's been in it doesn't mean they have adjusted well to it. And so this is still a continuous fear and worry in our students. You know, will I do well in the university setting with online classes? Privacy has been a major worry in this day and age, because a lot of people have had to move back home. Family members and friends have had to move in with each other, so that made privacy and space a lot more difficult, basically. Managing friends, you know, will I make friends online, especially in the virtual platform? That was a big worry for a lot of our students. Socialization, connectivity, especially with the restrictions, you know, and safety measures. A lot of students had to be 6 feet away and had to stay within their immediate circles, and that was difficult for a lot of students. And so that's some of the worries that came up this semester and throughout. The college experience. What will my college experience be like? Will it be like what my older siblings or friends or what I saw on TV? Will it be as exciting and fulfilling as what others have experienced, especially in this day and age? You know, of course, finances is a big worry, a lot. And definitely, if you're going to transition into housing, you know, how will I maintain my friendships? How will I maintain my circle? Because I'll be leaving, you know, what's comfortable to me. I will be leaving my home. And so that is my support system. So how will I manage when I get to the university setting? Employment, you know, a lot of students work and go to school. A lot of students work and go to school. And so that is a big balance, that working, school, as well as maintaining my socialization, you know, as well as making new friends. How will I be able to handle that? Managing stress in this racial and political climate. How am I going to be able to handle that? How do I deal with the transitions, the unexpectedness, the anxiety that comes up when listening to the news or hearing different things that are happening throughout the country? So a lot of those worries have been coming up within our CAPS department. And these are worries that we've heard not just in this pandemic, but throughout. And so one of the things we want to bring focus on is the well-being of our students. Why is that the focus? I put in a lot of some theoretical articles in here, and these are the key points to why we focus on students' well-being. Psychological distress is related to academic functioning. If I'm in a mentally unstable place, or if I'm in a heightened distressful place, it is very hard for me to focus on academics or focus on retaining new information if my my mental is not okay, if my emotional state is not okay. That's what I'm focusing on. I'm focusing on the feeling, what I'm experiencing. And so it can be difficult to transition. Okay, now let me focus on class. Um, and so we've seen that psychological distress is related to the academic function of our students. Mental health and well-being are linked to GPA and academic success. The same thing. You know, if my mental health and my physical health are in an okay place, I'm more likely to succeed or do well or be able to push myself to do well in my academics and increase my GPA. But if they're not, then I don't have the strength, or I don't see how I'm able to get to that next step. So making sure our mental health and our well-being are the forefront, and making sure that we keep those in the forefront, because it is linked to our success in the university. Depressed students are more likely to miss class and exams. Of course, if I don't feel like getting up, if I don't have the strength to attend to get up, I'm not going to attend class. A lot of times, you know, a lot of new students or even our transfer students, and that was a big worry, and that was a big issue that came up this semester and last. You know, the isolation, which increased that level of depression in students. I haven't been able to get out. I haven't been able to connect to my informal supports like I'm used to, and so we saw that decline within grades, within attendance, within functioning. And so that's one of the points. You know, depressed students, we need to focus on our mental health. We need to get that steady so that we can be able to function throughout the academic year and throughout these classrooms. Um, Another one is psychosocial issues. Psychosocial issues are the primary cause of dropout after financial ones. So some other psychosocial issues could be home life, you know, relationships, um, jobs. You know, if I have to focus on work and providing, I can't focus on school. Family. A lot of people had to be teachers. You know, their students, their kids came back home, and I had to jump in and be the teacher for now. And now I can't focus on my academics because I'm focusing on my children's academics. So a lot of psychosocial factors play a part in a student's academic success. What are the benefits to increase mental health support? Well, like I said, what the decreases can be, it can improve academic performance. So a healthy mental state will help me academically perform better. It increases my resilience and reduces stress. As when I'm working on continuing to maintain a healthy mental health and a healthy state of mind, that then is building the resistance to fall back into the pit hole, or fall into a deeper episode of stress or worry or anxiety. It reduces substance use because I found healthy coping mechanisms, because I go to exercise, or because I go to yoga, or because I do mindfulness. That gives me that mental strength to keep going, so I don't need to self-medicate and turn to substances. Reduces suicide rates. Healthy mental state, healthy mental health support definitely reduces suicide rates, because it gives people an outlet. It gives people a place that they can vent to, and a place that they can release, so that it's not all in here. It's not stuck, and I'm not worrying about it and just focusing on it myself. I have a place where I can release and talk this out, and get better ideas on how to manage this, better tools on how to maintain a healthy state of mind. And it definitely increases the economic benefits for college. A healthy state of mind, of course, you're going to do well. If you do well, of course, you're going to strive harder and better to get that economic benefit for yourself. Um, these are not the end all be all, of course, but these are a lot of the common mental health concerns that we have seen in the college counseling at CSUCI as well as nationwide. Anxiety, depression, academic challenges, and relationship concerns. And relationships is with friends, family, partners, whatever. So CAPS, what we do, we offer short-term counseling and brief therapy, basically. There are no specific session limits. It is individual, case-by-case basis. We are problem and solution focused. So our main goal is what's happening right here. How can we address the concerns of right now? How can we decrease your stress, or how can we increase your academic performance right now in today's realm? You know, how can we get you to the next step? That is our main focus. We also have case management, which a lot of students may need long-term counseling. Long-term counseling, we are connected in the community with different community-based therapists, with individual therapists, so we can link students to long-term therapists, whether they want to use their insurance, whether they, if they don't have insurance, we have the resources that can connect them to what they need. And so we can just be their starting form. We can be the initial place that they come and get assessed, and we then, the clinicians, will then talk to the student about what will better benefit them in the long run. But again, I want to specify there is no session limits. A lot of people come in thinking that we do have session limits because other colleges do, but we do not. It's case by case. Please just come talk to a clinician and they will direct you, and you guys will work on that treatment plan together on what best fits you. These are CAP services. So CAP has crisis intervention, which is triage from 8 to 5, Monday through Friday. That's a student coming in, they can determine their own crisis. All it's saying is, hey, I need to talk to somebody right here, right now. And you will talk to a clinician same day. You may wait maybe 30 minutes or something, but you'll talk to a clinician same day. We offer individual counseling, group counseling, 24/7 counseling line. So the 24/7 counseling line is our after hours support line, as well as our in-hour support line. So a lot of students, some students do not want to talk to a clinician or don't want to set up an appointment, but just want to have that support, just want to either talk to somebody to decrease their emotional stress, or just to have that phone support. You can call the 24/7 counseling line at any time, day or night. It is available to you. Even after you graduate, it's available to you. The national text line is different. It is not connected to us. The 24/7 counseling line is connected to us. So we do get notified when students call that number. The national text line, we don't. And so that's just a nationwide support line that you can talk to a crisis counselor and receive text support if the phone counseling is unavailable. We do offer consultations for faculty, staff, parents, family members, friends. We can consult with you. We cannot talk to you about any kind of clients or anything unless there's a release of information. We do community referrals. So when you talk to a counselor and we see they gauge what your need is, we can refer you into the community. And so that is an option. We do not have the relaxation room right now due to COVID regulations. We do not have our egg chair right now, but we're hoping to get that back very soon. Just have to figure out how to do that, but we will, because I know that is the famous egg chair that everyone has seen and heard about. So we do want to bring that back. One thing that's new with CAP is we now offer online scheduling. So if this is your first time ever at CAP and you don't feel comfortable calling the line or talking to admin staff, you can set your appointment online. So you can either have an initial consult, which is setting up an appointment with one of us, a clinician. You can also set up an appointment with our campus advocate, who will contact you and get back in touch with you so you all can schedule. And we have the crisis support. So the crisis support, you do have to call the number to get the same day appointment. But for our initial appointments, you don't. So if you're more comfortable setting up an appointment online, you can do that as well, and it's easy. You can also schedule by email, or in the fall, you'll be able to walk into the clinic and schedule. And so you'll be able to do that as well. These are the groups that we have offering this semester. Our groups change every semester. We try and get better groups. We try and get more innovative groups. We listen to the students. We have focus groups to hear what students want, and to see how we can better create services and things that will benefit our students on CSUCI's campus. The top groups that don't say drop-in are pre-screens. So these are more processing groups, so you would need to pre-screen for that group. But the ones on the bottom are just drop-in, and students can drop in anytime during that group. There's no pre-screen at all. We usually offer 4 to 5 drop-in groups a semester, and so just be on the lookout, because that gets sent through our CAPS Facebook and our CAPS IG, as well as throughout the CSUCI platform. Again, if you need help now, CAPS main line is the number in red. The 855 number is a direct line to the 24/7 counseling. So always keep that at hand. And clinicians are available to talk to you anytime, Monday through Friday between 8 and 5. And so please connect with us and let us know what you need and how we can best help you. This is our team right now. On the bottom is our website and our email and our telephone number. So please, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or you want to link somebody to us, please do not hesitate to do that, or call us yourself. And that is the end of my presentation. Do we have any questions? I think I have a question.
Thank you so much, Bernice. That was such an amazing presentation. I really want to thank you for taking time away from your family to bring us this wonderful information. Yes, I really
heard him in the background.
I have to commend you on that. And then I also want to acknowledge all our students who are working from home, who are taking classes, who do have kids at home as well. We support you, we stand with you, we're here for you, and we really want to give you a CI hand clap for really pushing through with your academics this semester. So yes, I definitely wanted to say that. And I do have some questions for you, Bernicia. So our first question would be, and I just wanted to say as well, we do recruit future Dolphins. So the CI swag, and it'll be there.
Oh yes.
So for our first, it will be, when can students start using these support services? Starting in the fall, or can they access them in the summer?
Summer. If you're an incoming student, you start in the summer. You know, when you got that acceptance letter, you got that acceptance to the resources here at CAPS. So definitely in the summer and up until you matriculate.
Right. And then also, so our second question, what is the most common service students utilize? What kind of services do they utilize the most when they do go to CAPS?
Individual. A lot of students will come to individual therapy, of course. That's the main one, because you have that privacy. It's that you one-on-one with the clinician, and you have that space to be, vulnerable. Next up would be our groups. A lot of people come to the groups, especially the anxiety group. So that gets filled up fast, as well as the mindfulness one. So those are the two sectors that people will come to the most.
Okay. Granisha, if a student if they were a little hesitant to come to CAPS, what advice would you give them to push them, give them a little nudge to be able to feel welcome to come to CAPS if they've never been to CAPS counseling services before?
Right. I would say think of CAPS as a diary that talks. We're ones that keep all your secrets, but we're going to talk back to help you, to guide you through that journey. That's all we're here to do is help you through your path, help you through your journey, whatever that journey may be. And so if you have hesitation, the best way to fight hesitation and fight fear is by exposure and just doing it. So make that appointment online and show up.
I like it. Like Nike, just do it. I
like just do it.
You're giving us good energy, good vibes. I like it. And then I also wanted to ask if you can provide us with some advice for students who are incoming and they just, want to be successful at CI. How would you, what advice would you recommend for students who are successful at CI, who want to be successful at CI?
Definitely. Create a good support system. Have a good informal support system behind you. One that supports you whether you're up or down, because you're going to have some highs and lows when you go through college. So you want people there that's going to continue to encourage you towards your goals and your dreams, not their dreams or what they expect of you. So make sure you know that difference, what you want versus what other people have told you want. Also have that somebody that person, whoever you can vent to, whoever you can just word vomit to, that is going to be important to have that person, whether you have it at CAPS, so we can be your person, or whether you have it within your friend group, because you're going to need that something else, something besides yourself hearing your thoughts. You need something besides yourself telling you, hey, that's a good way to go, or that's a good idea. So that support system is going to be imperative for your success.
Thank you. Yes, that support system is so imperative, and definitely something that students we want to build here at CI, and just connecting students together.
Yeah.
We have a question. Please repeat your contact information one more time for those who may have arrived a little late. Folks really would like to know that.
Okay, so you can reach for CAPS or me personally. CAPS.
They did ask for share your contact information. Both will be. Yeah.
Both? Okay. Well, you can reach me at grenisha.holmes@csuci.edu. Our telephone number is 805-437-2088. You can catch us by email at caps@csuci.edu. And please check out our social media page. It's caps@csuci. Definitely check that out. We have a lot of information. We promote a lot on there. And the 24/7 counseling line, you can get through that through our 805-437 number. Just press 2 and it'll take you straight to 24/7 counseling. If you look at our website, all of our clinicians' email addresses are on there, so you can hit up any of us.
You like contact the line, what's going on? Well, Grenisha, I really did want to thank you for all this wonderful information, and again, taking time away from your family to provide us with this wonderful piece of information. I know it's really so much needed during this time with students just being at home and the whole transition of everything that we're all experiencing right now. So I know it's much needed, and I know a lot of us will and have benefited from this information that you provided us today.
Well, thank you. And thank you to everyone for chugging along with me with the crying toddler in the background. I appreciate it, and hope to see each of you at CAPS and or throughout CSUCI this semester in the summer.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.